Hey buddy, I'm Slothastic and welcome on this new video. Little reminder, KIFFO is Jing's son from my Lion King series. And you have been a lot asking me who was the crazy lioness who made a son to Jinx. Today we will see your creation because this video was made to be a challenge. I asked you on my Discord server who is KIFFO'S mother according to you. And you have created some characters with backstories and with design. And today I will present you your creation. Little note, I haven't read the text yet. So I'm going to discover everything with you. I hope you will enjoy. So let's start now. Let's start with NC's creation. Her name is SHIMA. She was a loner lioness when she met some servals. The leader of the servals came to her and started to speak to her. My name is Felide. I'm the leader of the serval. You are not looking good. Follow me. The king will know what to do. The serval and SHIMA arrived to Pride Rock. SHIMA hasn't seen anything big like this. When they arrived to the den of Jinx, the king came out and looked at the brown, weak lioness and gave her food. They talked a lot and they became closer and closer every day. One day, SHIMA woke up and she had a strange feeling. She wanted to go on her way, but Jinx didn't let her. He said, "You can't just go away. You're my property." SHIMA got shocked. She thought that she found a friendly and loving lion in Jinx, but she was disappointed in him. However, she got pregnant from Jinx, and she gave birth a son, and she named him Idolo. But Jinx didn't like that name, so he renamed him KIFFO. SHIMA had to stay at the Pride Rock until KIFFO'S was 1 month old. Then she went out to hunt and nobody seen her after that. So thanks NC for your little story on SHIMA, so KIFFO'S mother, according to you. It was pretty short, but at least we got all the details we needed, I guess. So yeah, you made Jinx king, sorry. I don't really remember if he was king back then when Felide came to Pride Rock. But whatever, we don't really care because actually we can pretty say that Jinx has always been a king, sort of. I'm watching over the bug. I'm not usually scared, but I don't know what that kind of bug is. This. Oh, okay, it went away. Thanks to my dog's teddy bear for saving me. Let me guys know what you think about it. I like the name. I like the fact you changed the name of KIFFO and you decided that Jinx picked up the name instead of SHIMA. That was a good story. Let's continue with the next one. And the next one is Jill. This is JANG, which means disaster. She was a rogue lioness who met Jinx a year after his exile. Around the same time Mist and Rocco mated and had Hash. Jinx mated with her and they eventually had KIFFO. Jinx was overtime negligent with them, and when Felide came to alert him about her plan, he decided to go. But JANG refused because they have to watch over KIFFO. But Jinx refused it and killed her, and he kidnapped their son and forced him into the Pride Lands as the guardian of the gorges. Thanks, Jill, for your creation. It was also a very short story, but we got the details we just need. We just needed to know her name, we needed to know her design, and what you think could happen. Jill is like a professional when it comes to my story. He knows everything, and he has always so amazing theories. So if you can see the comments when you see Jill, he got the best theories. When Felipe came to ask him to come, like, he decided to choose the Pride Rock over his family, which I think could have actually happened. Now, would he really kidnap KIFFO? I mean, KIFFO and Jinx haven't been so close, but maybe not. I don't know. But that's your creation. That was the point. We are not looking for the truth, we are looking for what you guys think. And that was an amazing story. Thank you for participating. Now we continue with Maria's story. Background story. Marijani is a lioness from the Mystic clan. One day, when she was alone and hunting gazelles to bring some food for her clan during the dry season because food is rare, a strange lion approached slowly next to her, and it was Jinx. He was looking for a lioness that she could be his queen and give him a heir. He always wanted a male cub to reign on Pride Lands because great kings and queens of the past like Mohatu, Adi, and Uru, Mufasa, and Sarabi have only male heirs, except Simba and Nala, Kovu and Kiara. He fell in love with her and understand that she is different from other lionesses because she is the only one who has fair eyes. He understands what it feels like to be different, but he has not the courage to tell her the truth about his childhood and past. He makes everything that he can, then Marijani lacks not of nothing. He decided to bring her to Pride Lands territory, his own territory. They spent lovely time together, but soon after KIFFO was born, Jinx showed to her his true face, and he is very harsh to KIFFO. When he was a kid, KIFFO was a little weak and only wanted to play like other kids. He wanted to train him to be like him, a bad lion, and a cursed lion like him, ready to kill other lions even he's truly loved. KIFFO was really a monster when he killed someone he loved so much. His best friend, Cusco, a cheetah cub, and his eyes turned red, just like his father. Marijani didn't agree with his method to educate their son, that she interfered often with him, and sometimes she wanted to spend a lot of time with his only child, KIFFO. She didn't even recognize her own son because the little kind and cute cub turned into a monster. Her husband, Jinx, scratched her and left 3 scars on her cheek. Afraid and sad, she was threatened by Jinx to never come back again, accused her of betrayal, and banished her on Pride Lands. He told her to everyone that Marijani wanted to kill him, and he defended himself and his son from her, and she was cursed. She swore to Jinx and KIFFO that one day she'll come back for him when he grew up, because she really cares about him, on the contrary of Jinx, because Jinx thinks he is always a disappointment and not always strong. Marijani runs away and finds somewhere a place to hide, a cave where Kito, Ashi, and Safira were there before they left to find Zuba Keto's son. She learned to live alone without help, and she make it. One day, she promised to herself to come back and see Kiffo. Thank you, Maria, for your story about Marijani. Yeah. I think, well, it was a pretty longer story compared to the other stories, but it was cool. You put a lot of details. It was really amazing. We clearly can see how Jinx suddenly turned into a monster. Well, you know the monster he is, but he suddenly show his true face and all, and we can never really trust Jinx actually. But it was a very cool story. Thank you for participating, and let's continue with the next one. And now we start with Lou's story. While on a walk, Jinx stumbled upon an unknown pride where the vagabond used to be. There, he met a lioness named Unagi. She was a smart lioness. At first, she wasn't being friendly toward Jinx. He was big and strong. To her, he was just a rogue lion. She was cautious. Jinx liked the lioness. She was pretty and independent. He threatened the pride. He told them he would slaughter the pride's cub if the lioness didn't come with him to Pride Rock. She had to do it for her pride. They got really close, and soon Jinx asked her if she wanted to be his lioness, and she said yes. After seeing what Jinx was capable of doing, she decided to leave, but before she left, she mated with Jinx and gave birth to Kiffo. She begged Kiffo to live with her, but he refused and ratted her out to Jinx. Ending 1. Jinx finds Unagi and brutally murders her in front of her son. Ending 2. Unagi managed to escape with a scratch from her son and never returns to Pride Rock until Jinx dies. Thank you, Lou, for participating to the video, to the challenge actually. I absolutely love your story. It's amazing, and I love the fact you created 2 endings. It's so cool. We can pick up the one we prefer, and it's cool that you reuse the vagabonds lands and stuff, like you mentioned the vagabonds, because they have been present in the very first episode of the Lion King family tree. So it's been a while, and it's so cool. I enjoyed it. It's so cool. Continue writing story. All of you keep writing stories because you guys are talented and it's so amazing. Thank you again for participating, and let's continue with another one. And this time it's Gwen's turn with her Aussie Yuzuri. Yuzuri means beauty in Swahili. Yuzuri is a lioness coming from beyond the Pride lands. She left home to discover new things. Pride, landscape, but especially adventures. In her native tribe, Yuzuri was one of the most beautiful lionesses because of her clear eyes, which was unusual in her pride. After traveling for a while, she didn't think her last trip would stop at Pride Land. Jinx allies had captured the poor lioness, who was not the type to fight. Yuzuri was afraid and soon found herself locked up in a cave, guarded by Jinx's henchmen. Jinx introduced himself to her, and he told her lies, that she should remain here under his protection, for without enemies would not hesitate to kill her. Unfortunately, Yuzuri was far too naive and rode Jinx, who with time had ended up serving her to have a son, Kiffo. Yuzuri was falling in love with Jinx, and she loved their son, whom she cherished more than anything in the world. But over time, Jinx no longer showed himself as protective and decided to take in hand the education of their son. And she soon saw her son, who was so sweet and kind, turn into a real monster. Wanting to bring some sense to their son, Yuzuri decided to speak to Jinx, who showed his true face. A cursed, malicious being, and especially a liar. He confessed that from the beginning he was using her, only to have descendants who would be worse to reign over Pride lands. Yuzuri was completely destroyed. The lion she loved had never loved her, and she was used by him forever, only for her own ideas. When Yuzuri saw his son arrive, she tried to bring him to his senses, but Kiffo was very angry with his mother. Jinx had told him that Yuzuri had never loved him, that she found him weak, and that it was her who asked Jinx to take care of him, because she no longer wanted him as a son. Kiffo felt so betrayed and heartbroken by the one who had brought him into the world. An immense anger was taking over him. Yuzuri cried the truth to him, but the young male was far too manipulated by his father. Seeing his mother lying to him again and again, Kiffo began to attack her, and Yuzuri, who was far from being robust, soon found herself wounded. Laying on the ground, the body sore on all the sides, she saw her son approaching her, and he looked at her with the clear eyes he had inherited from his mother, a look filled with hatred and anger. Then Kiffo threw himself on his mother, and so Yuzuri's journey ended. Her life was snatched away by her own son, who killed an innocent lioness to become just like his father, cursed. That was literally the longest story I got, and it was amazing. Thank you, Gwen, for participating, and honestly, I loved it. I love how you put details, and I also love how you understood what is the curse. You know, to be cursed like Jinx is when you have to kill someone you love, someone innocent, and you absolutely understood that. And it's amazing how you decided to make Kiffo kill his own mother when you know that he will be killed by his own father. Like, it's so cool, you know, and it shows how Kiffo, wants to be just like his father. He absolutely wants to be like his father, and here he got just manipulated like Ash got, you know, and we clearly see, like, you really understood who is really Jinx and all, and it's so cool, and it was amazing. Keep writing stories because it's amazing. So thank you again, and let's continue. We also got some creation, just the design, like the people didn't created the full story, but we got those amazing creation. Like, we got this one, I absolutely love it. You can see it here, it's amazing. I love how it's look like. I love how Jinx is all sleepy and everything. It's absolutely so cute. And your design, like your drawings, are so amazing. Continue, and if you draw some of my characters, please send me the picture or the result on Instagram, because I love your drawing design and I want to see more. And we got another edit. This time it's an edit, which means that you didn't draw it yourself, you just redraw and recolored a lion. Maybe you change a few things because I can't really recognize the lion. I guess it's probably Zira from the Lion Guard, which is sure it's the Lion Guard style because I recognize it. It's not the Lion King, it's the Lion Guard. But it's cool. Sometimes we don't really need to know how to draw perfectly to be able to create characters, and it's what I like, and it's what I will always say. If you want to do something, just use everything you can to make what you want. And I love it. It's Ghelfi and it's very cool. Thank you for participating, guys. That's cool. That's amazing. And keep on drawing your stuff. And for everybody who didn't create, who didn't participate to the challenge because I didn't announce it on YouTube. I guess if I would have announced it on YouTube, I would have got more stories, but well, that was enough, honestly. If you want to create your own version of KIFFO'S mother for the backstory, you can send me everything in the comments. You won't be able to upload a picture, but well, you can just describe her and tell everything you think about her, who she is, and what are your thoughts on the stories we checked and on what you personally think of this character, and say everything in the comments. Thank you so much for the one who participated. Thank you so much. It's amazing. I love reading your stories. I love everything you do. It's amazing. You are so creative, guys, and I love it. And of course, don't forget to like, to share this video, or to share whatever video I make, because it's really important for me to support me. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy this video, just go away, don't leave a dislike. And I will see you soon, guys, for another video. Thank you again, guys. It's amazing. I love you so much. Bye bye and take care.